Hello, welcome back to another episode of An Angel and an Alien, and this is episode 20. And this is a very interesting episode because it has actually been a little while since the last episode, as in time in game, and a few things have happened, so I need to explain what's happened and also why the time went past. So basically, I installed the Pets expansion and I really wanted to play with it, of course. So I actually decided that I would play for a little while with the camera off. I'm sorry about that. I just wanted to play with the pets and I didn't want to create a new family. So anyhow, yeah, a few days went past, and as you know from the end of the last episode, episode 19, they got their bills, their first household bills, and it was a big one. It was about 8,000 simoleons, and they only had 400 simoleons, and that would have taken them a little while to earn that money. And so actually, as I was playing it and introducing the pets to the household, there are pets in the household, by the way. Um, they ran out of time basically, and the power was cut off, and so I had to sell a few things to get some money. That was the best way I found to get some money without cheating, basically. And so they sold a few statues around the house and paintings and things like that. So the house isn't quite as decorated as it was, but they managed to finally pay their bills and the power came back on. It's actually the first time that I've had the power going off in a sim family, because usually I play with sims that have a bit of money, and so it's not usually a problem. Or if they don't have so much money, they have a small house which has reasonable bills. But in this case, I've got a relatively big house and they didn't have a lot of money. So yeah, we ran out of money. They had to pay the bills with stuff that they sold. So there's more. They also both worked hard in their jobs, and Ruby got a promotion. She was in level 4 in episode 19 in the science career. Now she's in level 5, so congratulations, Ruby. And similarly, Brun was level 2 in the athlete career, and now he's level 3. And so that's good, a bit more money coming in. I don't know if you remember, but Ruby has a cousin called Jaina, and she popped over I think one time, and she was very heavily pregnant as well. She had her babies, she had twins, and so congratulations, Jaina. So there are probably some other small details that I need to tell you about what went on in the last few days for Ruby and Brun. But I can't remember them right now, but I'm sure as I play I'll probably remember a couple of things. But there are a couple of big things that I need to mention. The first one is Ruby is pregnant again. So yeah, luckily she hasn't given birth while I was playing off camera, so that's still waiting to happen, but she is pregnant again. And the second thing is that baby Finn has now aged up to toddler life stage. Basically, I got an error in my game, error 102, and I googled it and I looked through Answers HQ, and it seemed that error 102 at that stage was only known to be caused by a sim that hadn't aged up. So I wasn't sure which sim wasn't aging up, but I had a feeling it might be Finn. I had a feeling that we'd had a notification that he was now ready to age up, or something like that. Anyway, I forced aged him to toddler's life stage because I thought that might fix the error. But it didn't, and it seemed that it wasn't that error in the end, and EA have now released a fix just yesterday, and up until that point I couldn't get back into the household, so yeah, really annoying, but it's all fixed now, so I can play again. Now the final thing that I need to mention before we start playing normally is that, like I said, I wanted to play with cats and dogs, so I've introduced a puppy and a kitten to their household. So they have a little puppy called Maggie, and a little kitten called Beryl. And it seems like at the moment they just like sitting around and not doing very much. But hopefully we'll see some more interesting behaviour from Beryl and Maggie. And perhaps also involving Finn, who is now a toddler. Anyway, let's continue and have a look into the household. So it's actually just a couple of hours away until Brun goes to work, so he's just working out. Let's show you Beryl. Beryl is a little kitten. And she likes sharpening her claws and eating. And otherwise, she just kind of sits there. I don't know if it's because they're kittens, they don't do very much. But yeah, that's Beryl. And then just in the corner over here, you can see Maggie. And Maggie also likes sitting around. Oh, apart from now when she's running away, which is, I've got no idea what she's doing. Maybe she's going to get something to eat. Oh, look, she just fell over. So yeah, I had to add in a door for the pets just here. So I think she probably needs to go to the loo. I don't think that, oh look, they've got a visitor. So I don't think that they can go downstairs. So she's been going to loo on the patio. Now the visitor is of course Ruby's mum, Wendy. So she's going to invite Ruby's mum in. And here's our very pregnant Ruby. Yeah, she's already up to second trimester, I think. So yeah, she's going to ask Maggie to go to the loo. As you can see, Wendy has a new outfit. A bit different to what she was wearing before. Where has Maggie gone? Maggie has now gone out this door and she's now going to pee on the veranda out here. But so we'll leave her to that. We don't really need to see that. But as you can see from down below, Finn, toddler, is here. And yeah, he's a little blondie. And yeah, in the little clip I showed you earlier, when he aged up, he didn't have any hair, but I just quickly gave him some hair, and it turns out he has the same colour as his dad, Brun. And he hasn't been a toddler for long, like maybe a day. And so he's had a bit of potty training. He's now, I think, level 2. And otherwise, he hasn't done much. They've read to him a couple of times. He's been playing with dolls. But to be honest, they're working really hard to try and get enough money to pay their next bills that are coming in. So he hasn't had as much attention as I would like. And also, the cats and dogs, the cat and dog, I mean, they haven't also had very much attention because, you know, the parents have been working so hard to get their bills paid. Okay, he's finished his workout now. He can go to work, but I want him to go to work fully energized. So I'm going to make him, I know he's energized right now, but I want to make sure he is for 8 hours. So I'm going to make him do a bath with soaks, a muscle relaxing soak. Once he's finished that, he can go to work. Ruby doesn't have work today, she's got work in 2 days, but as I said, she's got to level 5. But currently she's a technological innovator, and she needs just one more breakthrough. She's got 9 out of 10. She's worked a little bit on her garden. I think she gained 1 skill point. But let's get her to look after her garden before I get her to do something else more important. He's in the bath. He's playing with the toys. We're not going to click on the cats and dogs. There's a mod now where you can control cats and dogs, and I tried it, and it was cool. And I can imagine if you really were desperate to control your cats and dogs, that would be good for you, of course. And a lot of people are very happy about it. But I don't know. I didn't like controlling them. I want to see what they do without me telling them what to do. And also, the more Sims you have in your house that you have to control, well, for me at least, it kind of it spreads me thin, you know. I like my attention on a couple of Sims. So anyhow, I've taken their mod out now, and they're back to being uncontrollable, and they're just doing their own thing, which mostly means sitting around doing nothing. Right, so Brun's finished in his bath, and he now has an 8-hour buff for energized, and he's going to go to work. He's also seems to be very close to a second promotion, which is great, because you know they need the money to pay their bills. Ruby is working in the garden because we just told her to do that. Looks like some gardening, some weeding and watering needs to go on here, which she can do. She's also quite keen to go to the loo. She's completely forgetting the fact that her mum's here, but it's alright, her mum's reading. And actually my mum is here as well. She's in the background, and I've told her to be really quiet. So she's also reading, interestingly enough. Yeah, so... Oh, Finn needs something. He probably needs some attention, yeah, right. So he feels like he's been left behind by his parents, which is not good. But he's also going to go and talk to this toy. So let's see what happens when he talks to the toy. What's he doing? He's just babbling at the toy. He's so cute. But yeah, he's still sad. He still needs some attention. Let's quickly pop downstairs and... okay, so because Brun's at work, it's pretty much down to Ruby to look after Finn today. He's trying to remember his name. He's hungry and he feels sad. This is not good. I'm not being a very good parent right now. And cat and dog need something as well. I hope she finishes her gardening soon. But it looks like she's close to having another breakthrough, which is great, because then she'll have all she needs for the next promotion. Well, in terms of breakthrough requirements, she also needs to do some good performance. But very soon now, she's going to go on family leave, so she won't be able to get her performance up very high for the next few days. Yeah, no, she can't have family leave yet. Okay, she's had a new Eureka, which is great. She's still busy working in the garden. Wendy was going to come and say hi, but for some reason it disappeared from the queue. And yeah, now she's going to the loo in a bit of a hurry. So after she's done that, she needs to get some food for Finn. Let's see what we've got. I think there is some fruit salad in here. Oh, maybe not. Thought there was. Doesn't seem to be. Okay. So she's going to make some fruit salad. A lot of it. She's going to have that herself and also give it to Finn. Then she's going to feed the babies. She's going to feed the cat and the dog as well. She's got a lot to do. It's not good. I still need to give her some new clothing as well. And I have a few things in mind. Maybe I might add it to the end of this video, we shall see. I've actually got a couple of bugs with the game. One of them is, as you'll see, there's like this weird thing sticking out the top of the cat's head, and it also happens to the dog. I don't know what it is, but I hope it gets fixed soon, because it's very annoying. But of course it could be a mod, I'm not sure. I haven't tried to work it out yet, because it's not like mission critical. So yeah, fruit salad is nice and quick to make, and also you know, I feel okay giving a fruit salad to a toddler. You know, when you're making something like a roast meal, I don't feel as good about giving a roast meal to a toddler, because you know, they need a knife and fork to use to eat it. Right, so Brun has like a challenge at work, and it says losing effort. Today's game is a total blowout, and Brun is exhausted from over cheering. The crowd is in a transfixed stupor. Should Brun try to rally them one more time, or relax and watch the rest of the game? Well, you know, I'm not sure. But if he gives up now and things go well and he's not, you know, rallying the crowd, then that's like a missed opportunity. And maybe by rallying them now, it might be, you know, it might turn the game around. Who knows? So I think we're going to go with the rallying. Oh, it looks like the Romance Festival's in town. Okay, so let me just quickly pause that so I can read it before it disappears. Brun gives it his all to the point of exhaustion, but nothing short of a natural disaster is getting the crowd back into a frenzy. Still, ownership noted the effort and was extremely pleased, so he had a small performance gain, which is great because, you know, we need their performance to be top notch, and he's now very close to the top of his performance meter. But he doesn't have the trait, you know, the skill requirements, sorry, for the next promotion. So he'll have to work on his charisma. Right. So she's almost finished with the fruit salad, which is good because I have a starving baby upstairs. It's going to be really difficult when she has more kids. I don't think that I'm going to be able to cope with it. I think I'll need to get some help. Or something like that, like maybe a nanny. So she's putting the bowl down because she wants to quickly feed the pets while she's there. Because they are... I think they're both hungry. I just get that impression. Anyway, pet feeding done. She's going to put that in her inventory. Take it up to Finn upstairs, because Finn doesn't have enough movement skills to get up and downstairs yet. Right. Oh, looks like Finn has caused a bit of a mess on the ground, which is not good. But you know, he was feeling left behind, so I kind of feel sorry for him. But let's discipline his behavior, but in a calm way. Actually, this is interesting. Hug it out over making a mess. Let's try that. He's not stopping anytime soon. So she's going to try the soft approach first. Oh look, he's not very happy about that. But he gained responsibility, so I think he's probably learned his lesson, basically. Right, so she needs to pass the fruit salad to him, which I've just done manually for her because it's a lot easier. And he's going to eat that, because otherwise he will be very angry. Okay, so because she's been feeding the pets and feeding her son, her mum has left. She was probably bored. Anyway. Right. So we've been asked by Brun's sister Ariel to go out to the Romance Festival. But I can't see that she can go out right now. There's a mess in the house. Finn needs to be fed. and he will need to go to the potty soon. Ruby also needs to be fed, but I think she needs something a bit more interesting for an adult than fruit salad. So let's stick the fruit salad in the fridge. And I've seen this is now like a get leftovers option, so let's get it leftover. So she's going to go off and do that, and yeah, she has to leave Finn up here to feed himself. Let's have a closer look at him, shall we? So yeah, definitely alien, but we already knew that. We already figured it out. Yeah, I don't think alien toddlers can do anything particularly alien apart from just look alien and sound alien. Yeah, he seems to like his fruit salad, even though he doesn't have a spoon. Right. Oh look, she's joined him on the couch. She's eating what I would call macaroni cheese, but it's called here cheese and mac. I'm sorry, mac and cheese. That's, I believe, the North American way of describing it. But yeah, when we were kids, actually, I used to have macaroni cheese quite a bit. It's quite a simple meal to make. But you know, I don't seem to have it nowadays. So Finn has put his plate down. He needs to go to the loo. He's got bladder skill 2 or potty skill 2. So let's see if he can go to the potty on his own. Well, he seems to at least be able to get there. And Ruby's had a satisfying meal. Let's see, how pregnant is she? I think she's in second trimester, yes. She's going to be in the third trimester in 30 minutes. So yes, very close now. Yeah, then she can go on family leave, which she absolutely will. So one thing I've noticed with having a toddler and 2 pets in the house is that things get messy. And you know that I'm like a control freak. I like telling my Sims what to do, and I don't like them going off and doing their own thing all that much. So I'm getting flustered when I'm playing at the moment. I'm like, oh, what's happening? I want to fix this, but I've got to do that. So yeah, she's got a quick moment now to do the cleaning. But I imagine downstairs there's like cat poo or something. Yeah, the cat's filling up its little litter tray. That's a Beryl. Sorry, I forgot to refer to her by her name. And yeah, I got 2 female pets because I wanted them eventually to have, you know, their own litters. And I got them as a puppy and a kitten because I wanted them to grow up alongside Finn. But now I'm thinking it would have been cool to have one adult at least, but oh well. So yeah, so both Brun and Ruby can have family leave now because she's in her 3rd trimester. And so after she's finished tidying up, she's going to take family leave. And she also needs to spend some time like teaching Finn. Like, Finn doesn't know how to speak. Finn doesn't know, well, Finn doesn't know anything. we will have to teach him. So, another thing I wanted to mention, because some of the people that watch my Let's Play also like watching my speed builds. I'm sorry I haven't done any speed builds for a while. I just haven't felt the urge. And also, like I said, I was having some bugs with the game, and I couldn't actually get into the game. Well, I could have got into my build game, my build world, but yeah, I was just kind of distracted with cats and dogs, and then I got the bug, and I don't know. I just haven't felt a building urge, but I'm going to get in there and do some building eventually. Hopefully sooner rather than later. Because yeah, it's been a week now since my last speed build, which was a bowling alley. So yeah, what's she going to teach him? Well, first of all, she's got... I haven't seen that before. I mean, this little icon that comes up, it annoys me. Anyway, just be quiet, Ash. So, she's going to teach him... Well, first of all, let's give him a loving hug. Usually when this icon comes up, there's usually something wrong. I'm just going to reset her quickly. Right. So now she's going to... Let's start by... I don't want to teach him please and thank you yet. I want to see if I can teach it to speak. You can do that, can't you? Yes, teach to talk. But yeah, she's bursting. So he's learning a little bit of how to speak. Okay, so because they're busy now and Run's at work, so I can't interact with him. Actually, I'm going to quickly make him work hard because I really want him to get his promotion. I can't interact with the dogs other than the dog and the cat other than just to watch them. So let's watch them a little while. Yeah, great seeing a litter box. A dirty litter box, that's great. So Maggie's just playing with the ball. And where's Beryl? Beryl's just meowing randomly. Oh, they finished their food now, so probably, maybe Maggie got to it first and Beryl's still hungry. Okay, cool. Finn has reached communication level 2, which is good. Okay, so she's finished teaching him to speak at the moment, but he still doesn't have full speech. So he's frustrated with words. Okay, so he needs some time to cool off. So I'm going to make him stack his cubes. And that gives me Ruby. She's now free to do something. She desperately needs to go to the loo, so let's get her to do that. Then she can cook some food. Let's make some beef. Was it beef and something? Fish cake or something? I don't know. Wait, what was that request? Ah, I just missed it. That's so annoying that I missed it. Oh well. Well, it was someone asking her to do something, but I didn't read it on time. But probably you read it, and now you're frustrated that I didn't read it and don't know what happened. But it was someone asking her to do something. And oh well, she's busy with her child, so... She's one plant away from getting the objective of her aspiration complete. So let's see if she can do that after she's cooked pet food. Did she already take the family leave? Yes, definitely she has. Okay, Bryna's home, which is cool. How's his performance? Okay, it's like really high up, but he needs to get his charisma up. We just pause it for a sec. So he needs to go to the loo. Let's get that queued up. He needs some food, so let's get him to get leftovers, and then I'm going to get him to. Oh, let's see. He might not have. Okay, I was going to get him to psych himself up in front of the mirror and do a speech, but I don't think that the buff that he gets of confidence will be strong enough to drown out the energized buff he has currently, so he might as well use his energized buff now to do some heavy lifting and get his work daily task done. So that's after he's gone to the loo and eaten. So Finn is still angry from learning too much. I remember that feeling actually. I remember my mum used to teach me like multiplications with these cards, this deck of cards, and I hated it. I really hated it, and to be honest, I really don't like maths to this day. So yeah, I understand how he feels, but yeah, he's going to be a lot happier in about 8 minutes. What's Ruby doing now? She's going to evolve that plant. Let's hope she gets her aspiration completed. Doesn't look like it. What about this one? Let's try that one. Okay, it won't let me get to it. That's weird. Okay, no, it was trying to do that one and it errored out. She can't do that one. Wait, what's she doing? No, I don't want you to do that. Stop! She can't evolve that one because it's the one I want to keep as great. But she can harvest that. She also planted a few more plants that I want to make into great quality. Right, so she has now a collection of great carrots, which is great. Literally great. So we're going to stick that. Actually, I'm going to do all that stuff off camera because it's slightly boring. But yeah, she is growing these great quality plants because I want to use them in builds. So she's performing her duties for the good of my channel. Right, so but she's done here. She's extremely tired. It's 10 to 10 at night. Looks like Finn could do with some more food before he goes to sleep, but he's quite tired too, so let's give him something to eat. Let's just grab one of these quick meals. I think it means it's going to stick him in the high chair, but oh well. So that's in progress. He's eating, he's now finished. As he's a glutton, he's gobbling a lot. So one thing I needed to mention as well, that I've just remembered, is that Brun was a dance machine. That was one of his traits. But I've actually taken that away and I've given him the dog lover trait instead. That's because I just wanted to try it out and see what it was like. And he doesn't do much dancing. But for some reason, I don't know why, but the game seems to think he still has the dance trait, even though it's not listed here. He still gets every now and then upset for not dancing enough. It's not this one, but he's got another one. Another debuff pops up every now and then to say that he wants to dance because, you know, he's a dance machine. He needs to dance. But he's not actually a dance machine because I removed that trait, so I don't know what's going on. But it's not a big deal. And it's kind of cool in a way. It's like he's got a second, you know, an extra trait that he shouldn't have. Anyhow, so yeah, he's got to go and work out. And we've been recording for quite a while. So I think we're going to have to end the episode here. He just needs to stick Finn there. Finn is still busy with the stacking his cubes. Anyway, yes, end of the episode. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope you'll come back for another episode. Wait, just before I go, there was some funny noises that occurred while Ruby was taking Finn downstairs, and it seems like Brun has been abducted by aliens, which is funny because he is an alien himself. Now I'm really curious if he's going to come back with an alien pregnancy, because that can happen. So yeah, I wasn't expecting that at all, but that's what happens when they stay up late, right? And I did kind of suspect it might happen because Ruby's a scientist. Well, anyway, let's see what happens with that.